Thank you very much. Right, can I start with some audience participation, please? Give me a cheer if you like science. Good, I've written 1 minute about science. Give me a cheer if you like penis jokes. Good, I've written 9 minutes of penis jokes. I'm kidding, don't worry, I haven't written any jokes about science. No, I've got a scientific fact. I'll do that first, and then we'll move on to the proper set. So you might know this, but this is sort of an interesting fact that I've heard. Your intestines are like ridiculously long. Like apparently, if you were to sort of open your belly and sort of uncoiled your intestine and stretched out to its full length, then that would really hurt. So don't do it, okay? Good. Right. I'll tell you why I'm here. I've actually been booked to do Manchester's Bright Club as the compere as well. And this next Bright Club at Manchester is an entirely history-based one. And that's a bit of a problem because I've never studied history. My background's in biology. So, you know, I'm a biologist, not a historiologist. Historian? Yeah, probably should get that right first. And, like, see, the only history I know is, like, modern history. You know, like, very modern history. Sort of the post-iPhone 4 era, yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, I do like history. I think it's a very valuable subfield of geology. But I don't really know any historians. I don't know how I'm going to enter, like, the only sort of professional academic historian I can think of is Tony Robinson. And he mainly focuses on the history of pots, doesn't he? Although I did see one episode of Time Team where he talked a lot about turnips. I'm not sure why he did that really, but I'm sure he had a cunning plan. People are just starting to get that. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to joke about. Perhaps those things I just said then, but majorly rewritten, maybe. I guess I could do jokes about being a biologist, but the problem is I'm not even really that anymore, because until recently I was doing a PhD, but I quit, because it's going really badly. That was like one of the... That wasn't even the... It's fine, it's good, we're all laughing, it's all good. No, it's going badly, but I don't want to blame my supervisor. But I really don't want to blame myself. So let's blame him. Because my supervisor's a nice guy, but like, he should not be allowed near science. I'll give you sort of an anecdote about my supervisor. So shortly after I started my PhD, we had to go visit a lab in France. And we had to take these biological materials with us. And so I said to him, oh, you know, should we call up customs, should we get them checked and sort of vetted and get them shipped over with us? He said, and it's absolutely true, he said, nah, just bung them in your suitcase. So I flew to France and back with a suitcase, you know, containing, alongside my underwear and toothbrush and all that sort of stuff, and it's absolutely true, needles, unlabelled white powder, highly toxigenic bacteria, and dead fish. And so I can only imagine when that went through the scanner that I must have looked like a drug-smuggling bioterrorist that liked fishing. And the whole time I was really worrying, like, that I wouldn't get arrested? Because I don't think it should be that easy to get, you know, become a terrorist. Here's another sort of, I'll give you a flavour of my supervisor. He's not a fan of what I would call the classical approach to education, which is knowing about the subject you teach. This probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to try and demonstrate my supervisor's unique teaching methods. So I helped out on a heart dissection practical. And yeah, so instead of actually knowing about the heart, what my supervisor decided to do was print off what I think is probably like the Wikipedia page for the heart. So I'm just going to like use this to demonstrate sort of thing. No, I'll do this. And every time a student asked a question to him, this is what he did, and I swear I'm not exaggerating. Okay, so this is a student. What's this part of the heart? That! Oh! What? Oh god, I'm coughing! Oh god! Sorry about that. Yeah, that is the aorta, as I was saying. So yeah, I have decided to quit science, quit my PhD, and now I'm trying to enter the real world, you know, try and get a job. But it is hard to let go. I was in an interview last week at a Natural History Society in London, and after the interview, they were showing me all these sort of artifacts they had. They had like original manuscripts from Charles Darwin, and they had a first edition of The Origin of Species. And I was holding this, and I know, holding the first edition of The Origin of Species, and I know what I should have thought was, you know, what a privilege to be in the physical presence of a legendary piece of history. That's what I should have thought. what I actually thought was, oh, I could have written that. Because I'm a bit worried about my sort of, you know, will I can be happy in life if I'm being already jealous of Charles Darwin? Like, I think the parameters are probably a bit too high. I'm like, oh, fucking Charles Darwin, it has it so easy. Like, there was a thing like a year ago or something where someone discovered like a diary entry for Darwin where it said something like, I'm really poorly today, and I hate everything and I hate everyone. And everyone on Twitter was going, oh, isn't that funny, isn't that nice? Yeah, that's what Darwin gets, but when I say that I hate everyone, people unfriend me on Facebook. It's not fair, is it? Double standards. And so I guess just sort of for me to get over going out of science, I'm just going to have to sort of like keep telling myself that, like, you know, even Darwin struggles. You know, it's he struggled and never could find that model of inheritance to go with his theory of evolution. And I just think, oh, if only Darwin had known about genetics, then maybe, just maybe, he wouldn't have married his cousin. That's absolutely true, he married his cousin. It's actually surprising, I was looking this up, there actually are a lot of brilliant men that married their cousin, like Thomas Jefferson, Albert Einstein, Saddam Hussein. And actually it's true. When he was just trying to decide whether to marry his cousin or not, he drew up a column of pros and cons. The old romantic that he is. Pros and cons of having a wife. And under the pros, he wrote, pros of having a wife, he wrote, better than a dog. And so, I guess, really, when I'm jealous of Charles Darwin, when I'm feeling jealous and all that, maybe I should just think, I shouldn't really compare myself too much to Darwin, because while he undoubtedly did formulate the theory of evolution by natural selection, it also cannot be denied that he was an incestuous dog fucker. And that's what I came here to tell you. Thank you, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
That's what I like. It was quite a lecture to end with the words incestuous.